Hi Gemini, welcome back. So Gemini, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And my readings are timeless, so I just trust that when I find you, it's for you. So Gemini, when I was preparing for the reading, I was getting the song Voodoo. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that song. Oh gosh, now I can't remember the artist, but it goes voodoo, voodoo, breathe in. And then he says, I'm coming back again. So, there could be something coming back again or someone coming back again. You may hear that song. You may like that song. Look up the lyrics. You could resonate with it in any of those ways. That was the only thing that came through during the meditation, other than like this feeling of like urgency or this feeling of being a little bit rushed. So that could also be going on in the environment, like this feeling of wanting to rush something or feeling rushed in the energy, possibly, Gemini. So let's see what we have coming out in the tarot cards. I have the card of Revolution here. So interestingly enough, this card is kind of like a hurried energy, but it's also talking about breakthroughs and brainstorming and like epiphanies and enlightenment coming in. To me, this can feel a little bit chaotic or maybe even surprising to you. So there might be some surprises in store over these next few days or weeks. But it's all about freedom and experimentation. And so you're being encouraged to just kind of experiment with the energy, Gemini, and take it as it comes, right? So let's see what your overall energy is. Oh, I did get an image of an alien. I don't know if some of y'all like, it actually looked like kind of a cartoon one, or like, you know, like the stickers of the alien head, like the bumper stickers. I don't know why I saw that. Some of you might relate to that. If not, don't worry about it. But anyway, so 7 of Swords out in your overall energy. Not the best energy to get as your overall. Sometimes this can talk about like deception, obviously, not telling the full truth, hiding things being hidden from you. All is not what it seems is what I'm getting, Gemini, when it comes to, you know, the energy right now, but also perhaps the person you're dealing with. So let's see. They have the 2 of Pentacles, which talks about juggling or like kind of going back and forth on something. So there's a little bit, first of all, this person has a decision that they need to make, okay? And there's a little bit of back and forth as to maybe what that decision will be or how they're going to execute something is what I'm hearing. But they're being called to kind of get innovative on whatever this is. And again, I think there's some sort of insight that you're missing at this moment, but I feel it coming in, right? As this seems to be a little bit of like a cloudy energy surrounding you, Gemini, or surrounding the situation. So now we're going to look at the most recent past as my cards come popping out and see what led up to this for the both of you, how you're perceiving each other, how you're genuinely feeling, and hopes and most likely future outcome. So 7 of Wands, I didn't see what leapt out. The Emperor, I'll get that in a minute. Give me 2 more. So one of the other songs that has been stuck in my head, and I wasn't thinking it was related to this reading, but it certainly could be. So it was Stay by Jennifer Nettles. Why Don't You Stay? Maybe check out that song and those song lyrics as well. She says, one thing you should know, we don't have to live this way. Why don't you stay? Okay, take it if it resonates. the Emperor, the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords here. So, you know, in the past, Gemini, you may have taken this stance of like, you know what, if I just don't let anyone, you know, in, or I keep my walls high, then I can stay in control of my life and how I'm feeling. And in a way that worked for you, because it did give you some sense of empowerment, but also in another way, it kind of pushed away some possible opportunities here. And I get like there's a push and pull type of energy going on, or at least there was in the past, okay, when it came to, you know, how you were handling things, or maybe within the connection. There's something that you're moving away from during this time frame though. So I feel like if you've been pushing something away, they're giving me that song again. Stay. Sorry, I don't mean to pause, right? I feel you moving past that defensiveness, that guardedness, right? But at the same time, you might be overlooking some things, Gemini. And so I feel like that is a caution, especially with the Seven of Swords trumping this reading, that all is not what it seems. So make sure like you're seeing this for what it really is during this time frame. There's something that's coming around again for you to look at. Maybe something that you passed up on in the past, you know, may have pushed something away or passed on something that is now coming back into your energy. So let's see this person's recent past. Nine of Wands. The Sun in the reverse. Seven of Cups. The Star card. Okay. So, Gemini, whoever you are connecting with, all right, in the past, this person may have given up on, oh, okay. This person might went through like a shadow, a dark night, you know, of the soul type of energy where they've just given up on, you know, happiness. You know, like, I don't want to say this person was settling in the past, but I get like maybe they have settled in the past for less than, you know, what they deserve. And, you know, sometimes we do this and we're not even aware of it. You know, I don't think anybody intentionally settles for not being happy, but sometimes, you know, society will have us believing that we need to stay in situations, jobs, connections that don't serve us, but in the eyes of society, that's the right and the moral thing to do, which I feel like as we go into the age of Aquarius, that will become less and less, these traditional structures that we've held on to for so long, because we are meant to naturally ebb and flow in and out of circumstances, situations, connections, jobs. All right, nothing is supposed to be permanent because we're eternal beings who are constantly changing and evolving. And this person may have, you know, accepted less than maybe what was satisfying to them in the past because they felt like that's what they were supposed to do, or they were trained that that's the responsible thing to do. But at the same time, they weren't really honoring their soul. They weren't really honoring their spirit. And I think they knew that, okay, Gemini? So I feel like this person may have went through this period of like kind of questioning things and questioning their emotions and questioning themselves, and then came out of the other end, you know, with some sort of renewed hope, okay? So I feel like they have come out of this energy, or they will be coming out of this energy. I feel like for a lot of them, they already have. Because there's this now newfound sense of hopefulness here, of healing energy coming in. that's pushing this person forward. So let's see how you perceive each other then, Gemini. How do you perceive each other? Your perception. 10 of Cups. And keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, so it may be your truth, but it may not be how this person sees it, and vice versa. So you've got the 10. Wow, whoa. You got the 2 of Pentacles, which is funny because that was their overall energy, if you recall. But you also have the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Wow. So, some of y'all, oh, goodness gracious, Gemini, this is beautiful. Such a sense of love and emotional fulfillment coming into your life during this time frame that, you know, you're going to ask yourself why you ever settled for less, because certainly you could also resonate with what this person recently went through, as this is an interchangeable message, but it's certainly like, oh man, maybe it's good that you passed up on some opportunities in the past, because this seems, whatever's coming in seems to be much more emotionally satisfying than whatever you passed up on in the past. Okay. Or whatever passed you up, right? Some of you, rejection was God's protection, and you're going to be able to see the evidence of that as we go into these next few weeks, or maybe already seeing the evidence of that. Some of you are going back and forth between like your past or someone from the past versus what's in your future, and really being called to look towards your future, because there's something coming in your future that is much, much better than what you've settled for in the past. And I don't know, I'm going to title this reading something about settling or don't settle. I don't know, because it seems that both you and the person you're connecting with had made some sort of sacrifices in the past, okay, where you were settling, and now not needing to do that anymore, not willing to do that anymore. You could see this person as your 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, somebody who emotionally fulfills you, you're in love with, but you may also feel like this person goes back and forth, you know, between you and their past, or there's some sort of comparison here between this person and the past, or who they were in the past, or something from the past, or a person from the past. There's a comparison going on in the energy here, Gemini, whether you're doing that or they are doing that. And be careful with that, right? Every situation, although it may feel familiar, is still unique in its own right, and you need to treat it with a unique, fresh set of eyes, okay? Because when you cloud your future by seeing it through the lens of your past, then you recreate your past, and that's never necessary, right? So as hard as it can be to kind of let go of some things to get that fresh perspective, that's kind of what you're being called to do, okay? Is not to compare, not to contrast. So let's see this person's perception, Gemini. The 7 of Wands, which you had in your recent past energy. So, could have been you pushed this person away in the past or currently. So we'll see. This person's emotional. They might just be an emotional person in general, or have a lot of water in their chart. They may have a tendency to hold on to things, or hold on to things that they love or that they feel strongly about. This can actually create like a little bit of a temperamental type of vibe with this person, where they accidentally kind of push away the very thing that they're wanting because of the strong hold of their emotions, or how much their emotions have the ability to control this person. Again, they might have heavy water placements, but doesn't have to be. But it could have been like this person may have felt like you know, Gemini, were a bit guarded and maybe not, you know, easy to open up in the past, but yet they see this very emotional part of you. I think they understand, you know, your heart and who you are underneath that, even though maybe sometimes someone has trouble letting go, okay? but they also see you as someone who's quite independent and not really afraid to go for what they want. And I think that's what keeps them holding on. I have a song coming through. And it keeps me holding on. It keeps me hanging on. It's like late 80s, early 90s, maybe 90s. I don't know. It keeps me hanging on. Something about you keeps this person hanging on. Okay. So let's go into the emotional space then, Gemini, and see what's going on underneath all of this in the heart space and what you need to know about that heart space for my Geminis. Okay, that song is coming through now. Something, why don't you, babe? You keep me hanging on. Why don't you, babe? Keeps me hanging on. I have no idea who sings that. All right. Okay, so in the emotional space, what are you feeling in the emotional space, Gemini? Four of Swords, a Hermit, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Woo! So this is interesting to me because the way that you see it and the way that you feel it are quite different sometimes. So some of you are having like a head and heart type thing going on where you can like, you're envisioning it one way and yet you're feeling, you know, kind of contradictory to that at times, or you catch yourself contradicting yourself possibly. You're needing to do some more inner reflection, Gemini, on how you're really feeling, because I'm hearing you don't have it all quite figured out just yet. Sorry, now there's a song. Oh gosh, it's Alanis Morissette again. I got one hand in my pocket and the other one flicking a cigarette. Anyways, there's something that you haven't figured out just yet, and I feel like it has to do with how you actually feel. You know, and maybe that's why there is like this cloudy energy or this sense of like not giving the full truth, because maybe you haven't fully vetted how you feel yet. There seems to be some sort of like self-limiting beliefs around relationships, or possibly this relationship, that creates some sort of emotional confusion. Oh gosh, if it's because you're comparing this to something from the past, that's what you're being encouraged to let go of, right? And I know people say like, hold on to the lessons from the past so you don't repeat them. But actually, via law of attraction, the more you hold on to something from the past, the more you recreate it into your future. It's hard to keep the naivety of a newborn child as we go through life. But that is what it means when they say you need to stay close to your inner child, meaning you don't let life jade you to the point where you're looking for the issue because you've been through an issue in the past. It's one thing to, you know, feel it out and use your intuition. And I'm not saying to forget the things you've learned, but don't focus on that so much that you hold yourself back from truly experiencing something that's new because you're looking at it through old eyes. Let's see this person's heart space. I still have that song in my head. King of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords. That seems out of place to me. Let's see, get one more. Ooh, okay, maybe not. Three of Swords, the High Priestess. So, Gemini, This person is certainly thinking a lot, okay? Emotionally, they may seem a little bit distant, or if nothing else, this person's trying to take the logical approach, right? Like they want to be generous, but there is some sort of heart chakra blockage here, or something that was hurtful to them that they're maybe even guarded against. Maybe they have trust issues stemming from a past heartache that they say they've healed, they thought they healed, but maybe that old wounding coming back to the surface, right? Sometimes we think we've moved past things until it gets reactivated in us through another person or another situation. And so I do feel like this person is like contemplating that, or maybe they're seeing you, you know, get triggered, and they're thinking heavily about that. And how can they give to someone who maybe does not trust, okay, or does not trust their emotions or intuition? So take it as it resonates. Could be either or of those, but it's a sense of like, okay, so I want to move past this and I want to be open, but something in my intuition says to be cautious here, okay? And that's what's kind of going on in this person's heart space. So let's see, you know, what the hopes are then, Gemini. The Three of Cups. So you want to see things come together. You want to feel like things are working out. But you got some maybe heart chakra blockages to clear out, okay, of your own energy, which is kind of what this last full moon in Leo was about. This person wants to see progress, and they don't even mind if it's slow progress as long as it's progress. What's their hope? Or Gemini's hope? The High Priestess. What's the hope for Gemini? So, most likely future outcome, which certainly can be changed with free will. Sorry if I said that wrong earlier. Most likely future outcome is the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, the Magician, and the Page of Cups. So, follow your intuition, Gemini, because your ships are coming in. Like I said, if there's something that you felt like passed you by. Sorry, another song. Anyways, if there was something that you felt had passed you up, passed you by in the past, or you passed by something, there is like something better coming in, okay? And this is something I feel like you've manifested. So you'll recognize it when you see it. You'll know the truth when you see it. You could be getting some breakthroughs or insights during this time frame. It may start as something really what's seemingly insignificant or small, but I feel like there are a lot of potential here, okay? So some of you are manifesting a new connection, or sometimes I see this as an apology for a few of you, okay? Especially if you'd been waiting on one, but I get like, follow your intuition, right? Regardless, stay open, because you are manifesting something new, and it's coming through the emotional space, or to deal with, you know, the relationship or the emotions, okay? So let's see what this person's most likely future outcome is. Knight of Cups. Some of you could be intuitively led, by the way, to connect with someone, or to reach out, or maybe to apologize if, like, say you misjudged something in the past, okay? That's also possible for a few of you, and you'll know if that part resonates. Knight, there's the Six of Cups again. So, person you're connecting with, I feel like there needs to be some open emotional communication here. There's definitely like regret, remorse, or like an apologetic type of energy showing up. I can't really tell whose side it's coming from, so you're going to have to use your own intuition as to how that resonates with you. But it's definitely present really on both sides. Somebody needs to emotionally open up so that things can like come together. And here's the past showing up again. So for some of you, this is to do with a past relationship, or somehow the past is affecting this current relationship by, someone making assumptions because, in the past, this has been done to me. And so, I don't really trust that it's, let me give you an example. Okay. I want to get really specific. And this is just an example that I think everybody can relate to. Have you ever been really burned in love? Say you were naive and you trusted and you kind of threw yourself out there and someone took advantage of it, didn't appreciate it, did not turn out how you thought. So you do your healing around that, and then the next relationship comes in. And this person is showing you genuine emotion, but because of your past experience, you're viewing it as like love bombing. Oh, when is the other shoe gonna drop? Like you're looking for the problem, right? Because you don't want to get burned again. Thinking that this is protecting you when really it's pushing away an authentic person. That's how tricky it is. When it comes to truly emotional healing, because true emotional healing isn't to make you more on guard and looking for the problem. It's for you to kind of soothe whatever you need to soothe in yourself, understand that it didn't work out with that prior person because it truly wasn't meant to be, okay? But you can still come from a loving space moving forward and trust that you've grown from that, and you can feel the difference if you pay attention to sincerity and insincerity. And the reason you know the difference between sincerity and insincerity today is because you went through that experience. So thank that experience for showing you the difference, which is helping you to trust yourself better, which is pushing you to use your intuition more, but not to close off and not to assume, right? I say all of that because I feel like to some degree that is what's happening here, whether it's you or them. But apply it how you want. That example may not have anything to do with this reading for you, as each of you will take it in its own way. But it's something like that, Gemini, where Spirit is saying, do not take the past and bring it into the future by seeing it through the lens of your old self. Because you're not the same person you used to be. You are different now. And you can trust yourself a little bit more, okay? So, wow, Gemini, let me end it there. And I'll get a guidance card. Sorry, hold on. Sorry about that, Gemini. I had a quick distraction. But let's go ahead and get some guidance and see what that has to say for you. For my Geminis. You have, don't let pride get in your way. And, excuse me, yeah, certainly pride could be getting in someone's way, but I feel more so it's the past somehow interfering with the now, but hey, take it as it resonates. And then your hard work is paying off. Okay, so let's see what the angel guidance is then. Gratitude. So this says, life is one big, if I can talk. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So, of course, it's always important to whenever you can, put yourself in a space of gratitude for all that you've experienced leading up into the now and all that is yet to come. Because as I said earlier in the reading, whatever is coming in for you next is much bigger than what was there for you in the past. Okay, so it's a beautiful reading, Gemini. I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. I've got Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Pisces, Pisces again, Virgo, and Aries and Scorpio energy. Those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind, can be any zodiac sign that you're dealing with, as it is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have content over there. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section. Also, if you like what I'm wearing today, you can get it for yourself at my sister's online boutique, which recently opened back up. Also linked in the description box below. Otherwise, I am wishing you guys the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.